So then after he says, and this is so crucial, because like in verse 23, he said, I see this battle going on, and then in verse 18 is a continuation of verse 15. I carry out the very evil that I don't want to do, but I delight in God's law because it has shown me that I sin. And then he comes to verse 24, and he says, "Oh, wretched man that I am." So it's clear that he's sinful. But then the next word is who? Who will rescue me from this body of death? So he doesn't say what. This is that word right there. I just can't emphasize how important that word is. Think of what it would mean if it said what rather than who. This is where, I don't know if this is the word, the verse that C.S. Lewis was referring to when he said, "I thought Christianity was a place that you go, but I discovered it was a person that you know." Because we could say, I thought Christianity was a place that you go, like a building. I thought Christianity was a thing that you do, like keep these rules. I thought Christianity was performance-based, or merit-based. And then here's Paul with this discussion about this tension of the sin in him, and he knows that it's not a program that's going to save him. He knows it's not, a denominational affiliation, right? Like when you go witnessing and say, are you born again? And the person replies, "I've been baptized." Right? And then you say, "Well, I didn't ask you if you was baptized.
Yeah.
I asked you if you was born again." Well, and they reply, "Well, my grandpa was a preacher." And you reply, "I didn't ask you if your grandpa was a preacher. I asked you if you were born again." Well, I signed a card. I went to Vacation Bible School and I signed a card, and then we reply, "I didn't ask you if you were, you signed a card. I didn't ask you if you were baptized. I didn't ask you if you signed a card. I asked you if you were born again." And what they keep saying is, I jumped through all the hoops. I did all the things I was supposed to do. And here's Paul saying, "What a wretched man that I am." And then the next phrase, the next word he uses is who. Who is going to rescue me from this body of death? It's a person, and that person is Jesus. It's not a program. It's not a hoop that you jump through. Thanks be to God, verse 25. Thanks be to God through Jesus Christ our Lord. So listen, man, I just want to encourage you, in your own thinking and in your conversations with friends, right, and in your prayer time, if you find yourself buying into the performance type of thinking, and man, that's hard for us coaches, because that's what we do, man. We're going to perform. We're going to get it right. We get out there on the mat. But I would encourage you to go back to the relational who part of it right there in verse 24. Who's going to rescue me from this body of death, this sin that I find in my body? And the who is a person, and that person is Jesus. I